Welcome to the OCD Partner, a channel for the spouses, the partners, the parents, and the families who love someone with OCD and are quietly surviving it. When I come home from work every evening, I don't walk through my front door. I sit in the garage alone and I wait. Sometimes it's 30 minutes, sometimes longer, because in my house, I am considered contaminated. This is my life. And until recently, I thought I was completely alone in it. Welcome back. If you're new here, this channel is about something most people never talk about. What it actually feels like to be the partner of someone with OCD. Not the clinical version, the real version, the daily version. Today I want to talk about a word I didn't know for the first few years of this journey. A word that, once I understood it, changed how I saw everything. That word is accommodation. In the world of OCD, accommodation means when the people around the person with OCD change their own behavior to help reduce that person's anxiety. It sounds caring. It looks like love. And in the moment, it genuinely feels like the right thing to do. When my wife is distressed because I haven't showered after coming home, and I shower, her anxiety drops immediately. The tension leaves the room. Things become peaceful. That feels like a win. When I wait in the garage so she has time to prepare, and she seems calmer when I come in, that feels like I am helping. When I wash my hands the exact way she needs me to, walk the paths she has mapped out, avoid the zones she considers contaminated, the day runs smoother. There are fewer arguments, less pain for everyone. So I keep doing it, every day, for 6 years. But here is what I didn't understand for a long time. Every time I accommodate, I am sending a message to her brain. I am confirming that the threat is real, that the contamination is actually there, that her rules are necessary and valid, and OCD feeds on that confirmation. It doesn't get satisfied, it gets stronger. Let me give you a picture of what accommodation looks like when it has built up over 6 years. Our child has never walked into our house from outside. Not once. Always carried from the garage, straight to the upstairs bathroom, and has never just walked through the front door like a normal child coming home. We have not had a single guest in our home for 2.5 years. Not family, not friends. Her parents live nearby and have never visited because they understand what happens when they do. They give it a blind eye. I manage all the groceries alone. She goes to her mother's house, while I unload, wipe, wash, and put everything away. This has been the routine since COVID began. When we go out as a family and return home, I sit in the garage for up to 2.5 hours, while she showers herself and our child, before the house can function again. We sleep on the couches. The bedroom has essentially been closed off for almost a year. Every single one of these things I participate in. I work around. I plan my entire life around. That is accommodation. And I built it slowly, one small compromise at a time, without ever seeing the full picture of what I was constructing. I want to be honest about why partners accommodate. Because it's not weakness, it's not stupidity. It comes from love and from exhaustion and from something very human. When you love someone who is suffering, you want to reduce their suffering. That instinct is not wrong. It is one of the most natural things in the world. And when not accommodating means a 2-hour argument, tears, and a day that falls apart completely, the math feels simple. Just comply, keep the peace, get through the day. There is also guilt. When I push back, when I refuse to follow a rule, and I watch my wife's distress escalate, I feel responsible for that. Even though I know logically that I am not the cause of her OCD, in the moment, it is very hard to hold that boundary. And then there is our child. Children growing up inside OCD households absorb the rules too. My child follows the same paths through the house, washes hands on command, has grown up knowing that dad waits in the garage. That is its own weight that I carry separately. So we accommodate, because the alternative in the short term feels harder. I am not a therapist. I want to say that again clearly. I am learning this alongside you. But what I have come to understand is this. The goal of OCD treatment, real treatment, the kind that actually works, is called ERP, Exposure and Response Prevention. And the entire foundation of that treatment is the opposite of accommodation. It is about sitting with the anxiety without performing the ritual, without the reassurance, without the partner stepping in to make it easier, which means that everything I have done to help, to keep the peace, to reduce her suffering in the moment, has been working against her recovery. That is a painful thing to sit with. I am not sharing this to blame myself. I am sharing it because if you are in a similar situation, you deserve to know what I didn't know for years. Accommodation feels like love, but in the context of OCD, it is one of the biggest barriers to getting better. I don't have a clean ending to this video. I don't have a solution I can hand you. I am still inside this, still figuring it out, one day at a time. But if you are a partner, a parent, a sibling, anyone who loves someone with OCD and has been quietly reshaping your entire life around their rules, I want you to know that you are not alone. And what you are doing has a name, and understanding that name is the first step towards something different. Next week, I want to talk about our child, about what it means to grow up inside a home with these rules, and what I think about that when I am honest with myself. Subscribe if this is speaking to your life. I'll be here every week.